Hello, dear students. Welcome back again to my channel. Let's learn today about Haryanka dynasty's last ruler, Udayan. Okay, we have already discussed two rulers, that is Bimbisara and Ajatshatu. So the last major ruler was Udayabhadra or Udayan. Okay, generally referred as Udayan. So he is supposed to have ruled from 460 to 444 BC, and the major contribution is that as his father planned, so he executed that action. He shifted his capital from Rajgriha to Patliputra. That's important. And after his death, there was no major ruler, such major ruler in the kingdom. So there came many rulers like Munda. Then after came Anirudh, and the last ruler was Nagadasak, which is important that you have to remember. Okay. So the last ruler of Haryanka dynasty was Nagadasak, and this Nagadasak was actually killed by one of his governors, or we can say one of his minister, that is whose name was Shishunag. Okay, and that Shishunag killed Nagadasak and led the foundation of Shishunaga dynasty. Okay, so now we are gonna learn Shishunaga dynasty. So what is important about Shishunaga dynasty is that Shishunaga himself was the founder. Okay, that's why the Shishunaga name comes from. And he actually, this Shishunaga dynasty is supposed to have ruled from 413 to 345 BC. Okay, as it was the part of Magad Empire. Okay, so actually people did not like the last ruler, that was the Nagadask, and they aroused against the Haryanka dynasty and also helped this Amitya or the governor in usurping the throne of Haryanka dynasty. Okay, and the important thing to remember here is that Shishunaga actually was governor of Kashi. Okay, this is the important point you students have to remember. Now, we're gonna check the achievements of the Shishunag. Shishunag actually did what? He actually shifted his capital, okay, to Vaishali. You have to remember, this is another major contribution, that Shishunag's capital was Vaishali, okay, as earlier was Patliputra, okay. And his most important contribution is considered in terms of a war, or in terms of usurping the power out of Avanti. Okay, Avanti, whose capital was Ujjain. Okay, as you know, Avanti Mahajanapada, capital Ujjain, and actually Shishunag usurped the power of Avanti, defeated them, and ended the 100-year conflict between Avanti and Magad. Okay, so it was the end of the conflict. Okay, after that, Shishunag is supposed to have resigned from his kingdom of Rajgriha, and he just put his son Kalashok to the throne. Okay, Kalashok to the throne. Kalashok is also called Kakavarna. Okay, this is most important. So Kalashok is supposed to have had 10 sons, and he divided all the property into these 10 sons, and his ninth son is important, whose name is Nandini Vardhan, or we can say Nandi, simply Nandi Vardhan. Nandi Vardhan was his ninth son, under whom he put his kingdom of Magad, or he made Nandi Vardhan as the king of Magad. Okay. And what is the contribution of Kalashok? He, his father's capital was Vaishali. He now shifted his capital back to Patliputra. Okay. So recall again, Patliputra was the capital of Haryanka's ruler Ajatshatu. Then it was changed. Okay, and then executed by Udayan. Udayan changed it. Last Udayan shifted his capital to Patliputra. Okay, and then later it was shifted to Vaishali by Shishunag, and then now it is shifted back to Patliputra again by Kalashok. Okay, and the most important contribution of Kala Ashok is that he patronized the second Buddhist council, okay, which was held in 383 BCE. Okay, it is also considered that 100 years after the Mahaparinirvana. In Buddhism, we don't generally say the death of Gautam Buddha or the death of Buddha. We say Mahaparinirvana. Okay, Mahaparinirvana generally means the death of the Buddha. So after 100 years of Mahaparinirvana, second Buddhist council was conducted and patronized under the leadership of Kalashok. Okay, and it was chaired by Sabakami. Okay, Sabakami was the chairman, and what was the general discussion of this. I won't go into too much depth, but I will tell you some basic things. That the general discussion was, there were some disputed points in the Vinay Pitak. Actually Buddhism texts are written as Pitakas, and Vinay Pitaka was one of the texts, and the dispute was among some points, and actually the result was that this Buddhism got divided into two sections. There was this section of called as Theravada. Okay, then this was one, and another was what I can recall as Mahasamkhya. Mahasamkhya. Okay, so this was actually the result of it. And there is an interesting story here, that this Kala Shok had many illegitimate sons, and one of his illegitimate son was this Mahapadmanand. Okay, actually he was a Shudra. Okay, he was a Shudra, a lower class, and he was an illegitimate child of Mahapadmanand from some of his slaves. Okay, and it is believed that the Shudra came and he just stabbed this Kalashok in the chest, and that ended the rule of the Kalashok, and ended entirely the Shushunak dynasty. And this Mahapadmanand later gave rise to what is known to be as Nanda dynasty. Okay, so this Nanda dynasty we are going to learn in next class. So I hope you have understood this. If you did not, go back to again or put the video to the fast forward, you will definitely understand this concept. So our Haryanka dynasty is done, Shushunak dynasty is done, and from the next lecture we're gonna start with the Nanda dynasty. Till then, thank you so much. Keep studying and stay healthy.